I'm standing on my dock, the morning mist curling off the water like smoke from a campfire, and out of nowhere, a sleek yacht cuts through the calm, roaring toward my little slice of paradise like it's about to declare war. I'm Jack Callahan, ex-Marine, just 3 days into unpacking my life on this 50-acre island I inherited, thinking I'd finally found some peace after years of chaos in Iraq. But there she is, Evelyn Harper, Queen Bee of the Pineview Homeowners Association, striding onto my dock in a mint green blazer, her heels clicking like she's marking territory, flanked by 3 suits who look like they'd sell their own kids for a bonus. I'm in a faded Marine Corps tee, paint-splattered jeans, holding a coffee that's gone cold, and I know right then peace is the last thing I'm getting today. This island, Willow Creek, was a gift from a tech mogul named Victor Grayson, a guy whose daughter I pulled out of a firefight in Fallujah, taking shrapnel to my shoulder for the trouble. It wasn't just a thank you. It was a debt, one he paid with this chunk of land worth millions, a place where I could finally breathe, maybe even sleep without the nightmares. But Evelyn, she's got other plans, big ones. She's waving a folder thicker than a field manual, claiming my island's part of her HOA's grand vision, a $2.5 million eco-energy project, wind turbines, solar farms, the works. Says I'm sitting on her land, that I've got 48 hours to sign it over or she'll bury me in legal fees. I look at her all polished and smug, and I feel that old itch, the one that says trouble's not just Cominge, it's already here. Now, I've faced ambushes before, and this is an ambush, just with briefcases instead of AKs. I tell her, calm as I can, ma'am, this island's mine, free and clear, no HOA strings attached. She just smiles, all teeth, like a coyote sizing up dinner, and says, Mr. Callahan, you don't understand how things work around here. This island's in our development zone, and we will have it. Her lawyer, a twitchy guy with a tie he keeps straightening, chimes in about some contract with Greenwave Energy, claiming it gives them rights to every waterfront property within 10 miles. I point out my island's 12 miles from their fancy gated community, but she's got a map red circles, highlighted zones, like she's planned this invasion for months. I'm no lawyer, but I know a shakedown when I see one. Back inside, I'm pacing my half-unpacked cabin, the weight of her threats sinking in. She's not just after my land. She wants to turn this sanctuary where I plan to build a quiet retreat for vets like me, a place to heal into an industrial eyesore. The Eastern Shore, where I wanted to plan a memorial for my squad, guys who didn't make it home. She's got plans for 15 wind turbines. The meadow where I pictured therapy gardens, solar panels as far as the eye can see, and the cabin where I finally slept a full night without waking up in a cold sweat. A maintenance shed. I'm not just angry, I'm gut punched. This isn't just my fight, it's for every brother I lost, every promise I made to keep their memory alive. So, I call the one person I trust to navigate this mess, Saren Gwynn, a lawyer who's helped vets like me claw their way through VA red tape. She picks up, her voice all business. Jack Callahan, you invited me to that island for a barbecue, or what? I laugh, but it's hollow, and I lay it all out, Evelyn, the HOA, the energy scam. She goes quiet, then says, Evelyn Harper? I've heard that name. Give me 8 hours, don't sign anything, and don't punch anyone, no matter how much you want to. I promise to keep my fist to myself, but it's hard when I'm staring at that folder Evelyn left, pages of legal jargon screaming one thing. She's done this before, and she's good at it. Next morning, I wake to Chaos 5 boats circling my island, blaring everything from death metal to polka, like they're trying to drive me nuts. Classic psyops, straight out of the enemy playbook, but amateur compared to mortars in Mosul. I grab my binoculars, jot down boat registrations, and spot a sleek speedboat with 2 guys who move like ex-cops, probably private security watching my every move. Then a drone buzzes overhead, its camera glinting like it's filming a reality show. I'm pissed, but I'm also thinking this is personal. Evelyn's not just after land. She's got a vendetta, maybe against vets, maybe against anyone who doesn't bow to her. Sarah calls back, and her tone's grim. Jack, Evelyn's a predator. She's been targeting waterfront owners for years, vets, retirees, anyone who looks like an easy mark. She bankrupts them with fines, legal fees, or straight-up harassment. 2 vets she went after? They didn't make it, took their own lives after losing everything. The FBI's been sniffing around, but they need hard evidence. My hand tightens on the phone, thinking of those dog tags I still wear, the brothers I couldn't save. Then Sarah drops the bombshell. Your island? It's not just pretty, it's a former Navy testing site, still under federal protection. Any development without clearance is a national security violation. I grin for the first time in days. Evelyn's not just greedy. She's walked into a trap she doesn't even see. That night, I'm up late, digging through every public record I can find Devlin's social media. HOA minutes, news clippings. It's a pattern. She targets vulnerable owners, scares them with legal threats, buys their land cheap, then flips it for energy projects. Her husband, Richard Harper, runs Pineview Bank, holding mortgages over half the community, and he's on Greenwave's board. It's a perfect racket control the HOA, control the bank, control the profits. But then, at midnight, I find a waterproof bag tied to my dock. Inside, a flash drive and a note. She ruined my family. Make her pay. A friend. The drive's got everything. Emails between Evelyn and Richard, bank transfers to private investigators, even a recording of her laughing about a vet who killed himself after she took his home. My blood's boiling, but I'm calm, combat calm. This is the ammo I need. I sent it all to Sarah, then call an old squad mate, Tommy Hawk Rivera, now with NCIS. He's owed me since I dragged him out of a burning Humvee in Ramadi. Hawk, I got a problem, I say, and he's all in before I finish. Send me everything, Jack. If she's hunting vets, she's done. The next day, Evelyn escalates hard. A construction barge anchors just off my shore, workers setting up a drilling rig. The noise like a jackhammer through my skull. But they're in federal waters, 300 yards past where they're allowed. I call Sarah. Let them dig in, she says. We need them to commit the violation on camera. So I wait, filming every move, playing the distressed vet for Evelyn's spies, yelling at the workers like I'm losing it. Inside, I'm smiling, she's handing me her own noose. Then Evelyn calls, her voice pure venom. Sign the papers, Callahan, or I'll have you locked up in a psych ward by tomorrow. People like you vets who think they're heroessery a danger to yourself. I bite back the urge to snap and say, funny you mentioned mental health, Evelyn. I'm planning a retreat here, maybe 50 Marines, all my brothers who need a break. You cool with that? She goes dead silent, and I know I've rattled her. She doesn't want a pack of vets sniffing around her scam. You'll need permits, she hisses. Good thing this island's federal land. I shoot back. No, HOA rules apply. She hangs up, but I hear the panic in her voice, losing control. That afternoon, 2 goons pull up in a speedboat, all muscle and bad intentions. The big one, decked out in a tactical vest like he's auditioning for a low-budget action flick, steps onto my dock uninvited. Mrs. Harper says sign or accidents happen. Islands are dangerous, Callahan. People slip, drown, disappear. I'm recording it all, my phone tucked in my pocket, and I play along, letting my voice shake just a bit. You threatening me? He smirks, just saying bad things happen to stubborn vets. That's when Hawk's voice crackles in my earpiece. Jack, we got eyes on you. Let him cross the line. The goon steps past a federal boundary marker I'd planted that morning, and I know he's done trespassing on protected land. Before he can say another word, 3 Navy boats roar in, silent as ghosts, and 15 Marines in full gear swarm the dock like it's a beachhead. The goon freezes, his buddy in the boat reaching for something dumb under his seat, only to find laser dots dancing on his chest. Federal agents, bellows Captain Mike Torres, a guy I served with who still shoots better with a missing thumb than most do with both hands. You're under arrest for trespassing, threats, and conspiracy. The goons are zip-tied before they can blink, and the construction crew on the barge, they're staring like they just saw the climax of a Hollywood blockbuster. Then Evelyn's yacht pulls up, floodlights blazing, cameras rolling, her standing at the bow like she's starring in her own propaganda film. She's got Sheriff Dan Whitaker, her cousin, by the way tagging along, plus a shrink who looks like he's regretting every life choice. She grabs a megaphone, voice booming, "Jack Callahan, you're a danger to this community. Submit for a psych eval, or we'll take you by force." I step onto the dock. No gun, no aggression, just a tired vet facing a bully. "Evelyn, you're trespassing on federal land. Keep going, and it's a felony." She laughs, shrill and fake. "Delusions, Jack. You need help." Her shrink nods like a bobblehead, muttering about PTSD and paranoia. That's when the cabin door opens, and out steps Lily Harper, Evelyn's daughter, my secret ally who sent the flash drive. She's shaking but steady, holding her phone high, playing that recording of Evelyn mocking a dead vet. The crowd on the boats gasps, cameras swinging to catch Evelyn's face as it cracks, her cool facade shattering. "That's fake," she screams, but Lily steps forward, tears in her eyes. "No, Mom, it's you. It's always been you." FBI agent Rachel Kim walks out next, badge shining, and reads the charges. "Evelyn Harper, you're under arrest for fraud, racketeering, and violating federal law." The Marines move in, cuffing Evelyn as she shrieks, "I own this lake." Mike just shakes his head. "Not anymore. All you own now is a cell." The cameras catch it all: Evelyn's meltdown, the sheriff surrendering, Lily's courage. It goes viral, 60,000 viewers, and climbing as the HOA's empire collapses. Richard's arrested at his bank, Greenwave CEO at his office, and the FBI seizes every document tying them to years of fraud. 6 months later, I'm back on my dock, but it's different now. Willow Creek's a haven for vets' cabins for therapy, gardens for peace, a stone wall etched with names of the fallen. Lily's funding it with money she hid from her mom, and she's out there testifying, pushing for laws to stop HOA scams. The Pineview HOA's gone, dissolved by a community done with fear and property values. Up 35%, proof people want freedom, not tyranny. I'm sitting there one evening, watching the sunset with Dr. Emma Riley, a therapist who's been helping at the retreat, and yeah, we've been dating, taking it slow, building something real. She asks, "Any regrets, Jack?" I think about it, the fight I didn't ask for but couldn't walk away from. Evelyn thought she'd crush another broken vet, but she gave us a mission-saving warriors, rebuilding lives. Sometimes winning isn't about destroying your enemy. It's about what you create from their wreckage. A boat pulls up, 3 young vets stepping off, eyes haunted like mine used to be. Huck greets them, his voice steady, and I know they'll be okay. Now, here's the thing: what Evelyn did. It's not just one story. It's happening out there, maybe not with yachts and Marines, but with bullies who think they can steamroll anyone for profit. So what do you think? Should I have let her dig her own grave deeper, or was calling in the feds the right move? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Have you ever faced an HOA tyrant, or someone who used power to hurt instead of help? Let's talk about it, because stories like this, they're only over when we stop letting the bad guys win.